Just a black hat, just a black hat. Now just a black hat, just a black hat. I know you're not talking to me. Just a black hat, just a black hat. Now just a black hat, just a black hat. I know you're not talking to me. Just a black hat, just a black hat. Now just a black
Mob though.
I know you're not talking to me. Just a black hat, just a black hat. Now just a black hat, just a black. I know you're not talking to me.
Now we're going to pick up from where we left off at 4th Street Park, where we had to go meet the guys and getting ready to start a shootout. My cousin Nick pulls out his 44 mag. The boy pulls out his gauge and is getting ready to erupt. Let's get into it, y'all. We got motherfuckers that come through with them hand drills and, you know what I'm saying, lay motherfuckers out. But, you know what I'm saying, this motherfucker got bullets and shit, right? You know what I'm saying? Them hand drills can't stop no bullets. And so, we walk up. And so we talking to these cats, you know what I'm saying? And basically, and it's one cat named Knothead, right? Y'all know who Knothead is, this motherfucker, right? He's the one calling the shots. He wasn't even there that night, but he's the shot caller. That nigga swole, and he was a lot older than us. Nigga like 5-10 years older than us. Nigga, why is you fucking with us young kids and shit? Nigga, leave us alone and shit, right? You know what I'm saying? But anyway, you know, I guess we playing a grown man game, so shit, that's what goes on. You know what I'm saying? Dealing with a grown man game, you're gonna be living with grown men and shit. That nigga was very grown, you know what I'm saying? Big old swole, tattoo, everything, right? We're little kids and shit, 14, 15 and shit. Think about fucking with a 25-year-old or something, 30-year-old trying to punk you and shit, right? That's what he was trying to do around all this food. So he really want to get in. He really want to smash my little cousin out, right? Now my little cousin's small. Think about David and Goliath type shit, right? And Slim, he was there too. You had Knothead and you had Slim right there, because Slim, he was there. He the one was mad about the situation. So, you know what I'm saying? So I guess he called his OG, his shot caller, which was Knothead. You know what I'm saying? And they called him, but Slim, and there was a couple other them niggas, you know what I'm saying? There's a whole bunch of motherfuckers out there, but I distinctly remember these two, Knothead and Slim. And so Knothead's like, he trying to get him and Slim and my little relative, which is 14, 15, that nigga was little than me. Like, nigga, 100 pounds soaking wet with rocks in his pocket, right? You know what I'm saying? And so probably about 5'6", little bitty nigga, right? Right, little skinny motherfucker, right? And Slim probably at the time, that nigga probably about 6 something, over 6 feet, easy. You know what I'm saying? Easy. You know what I'm saying? Probably outweighed him 2 or 3, probably 200 pounds then. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. So I'm like, hell no, nigga. Y'all got like, no, nigga. He's like, no, nigga. He basically say he put himself in grown man business, so he got to handle grown man responsibility. You know what I'm saying? I get him on that, but you know what I'm saying? It was just like, you know what I'm saying? Fuck all that. I wasn't having none of that. I said, nah, that ain't happening. Ain't gonna be no one-on-ones right here, nigga. Ain't gonna be none of that, nigga. Ain't gonna be none of that. Ain't nobody jumping on my cousin. Ain't going down, right? You know what I'm saying? Ain't going down and shit, you know what I'm saying? So I made my cousin kind of apologize. I like, you know what I'm saying? You know, he apologized to Slim and shit like that. I'm like, God damn, they already apologized, nigga, why you woofing and shit, you know what I'm saying? And so I told you dinosaurs had our back, these Blands, these Lees. And so one of these dudes, one of my niggas, he wasn't a Lee, he was Andre Brooks. He doing life in prison right now. Shout out to my nigga Dre. Dre crazy motherfucker, right? No one really wants to see Dre. And they done fought before, and I can tell you the story about the Dre and not beef, and not head beef. But he didn't want to see Knothead. It was Dre, it was Oscar Bland, it was Larry Bland. Them niggas finna mangle fucking Knothead, right? He didn't want none of them problems and shit. So he like, okay. So right, we supposed to have squashed this shit, right? Okay, whatever, whatnot. So, you know what I'm saying? Mind me, when we facing these niggas, our guns is behind these niggas, right? So we set up hella wrong, you know what I'm saying? So we can't get to our guns. So if we didn't get to shooting, it's gonna be bad for us, because we gotta run through the fire to get to our guns, because all them niggas is parked by our guns, by the Cordova, and all them low riders, all the Mexicans, everybody over there, man, they parked by our pistols and shit. And so, you know what I'm saying, as we talking, so, you know, we squashed the beef, supposed to have squashed the beef, so, like, okay, so we stood there for a second while, you know what I'm saying, them niggas everybody walk off, because, you know, we got to move, we walking on the hill shit, we got to move lightly and shit. And so, Nigga not hit. He started going to he had a primered, kind of like primered, it probably was a, it probably was a 67. 66, 67, 68. You know what I'm saying? Chevy Impala and shit. You know what I'm saying? He had that over there. So he was walking towards that motherfucker. And I told Nick, all right, nigga, start walking straight towards the Cordova and we gonna follow you. Just walk by yourself. We don't want to, bunch up and start, what I'm saying, mobbing over there and shit. You know what I'm saying? And just, because you can feel the tension. I'm telling you. It was ugly up for that motherfucker. So Nick, everybody nervous. Everybody nervous as fuck, right? Mama, we just supposed to have squashed the beef, but it don't feel like a squash. We know it ain't squash. So Nick started walking slowly towards the Cordova. I'm watching him. He walking slowly towards the Cordova. And I see Knothead. He goes to his fucking primered fucking his primered Impala and shit. Pop the trunk. I seen him pop the trunk. And he doing the dance, little crip dancing and shit. This looking like a crip dance thing. And he's getting in his mode and shit, right? And I'm like, okay. So I'm like, in my mind, I'm like, nigga, hurry up and get to that fucking car, nigga. You know what I'm saying? It's like slow motion. He's walking, and Jamie come out of that trunk with that motherfucking, that 12 gauge, and nigga just started busting. I don't know who started busting first, but it was simultaneously. Because I told Nick, watch out, nigga. You know what I'm saying? So that nigga turned around. That nigga pulled out that 44 and started letting that 44 loose. Boom, boom. Jamie's letting him boom, boom. I'm nigga just told to park her up. Everybody started shooting it. So mind you, we ain't got no gun. And it's over there by the Cordova. So everybody down. So, you know what I'm saying? The park erupt, right? Parker started rucking and shit, right? And so, so I'm crawling over there, you know what I'm saying? This little ledge over there by 4th Street Park. I'm crawling, you know what I'm saying? And I'm on the ground, I'm like on my, my hands and knees, crawling, trying to get out of harm's way and shit. And so, as I look up and I see Slim, he busted, boom, boom, boom. My cousin, he's running like through the houses and shit. And I see Slim busted, boom, 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 boom. That nigga busting, dude. And I look up, I said, nigga, what is you doing? Nigga, you trying to kill my cousin? Nigga, you trying to get, nigga, if you don't get up out of here, nigga, I'm gonna kill you, nigga. I'm like, oh, shit. All right, nigga, you know what I'm saying? Nigga gave me a pass. I scurried up out of here. You know what I'm saying? I ran through the house and I'm running, you know what I'm saying, through the neighborhoods and shit. And somebody picked me up, you know what I'm saying? Make a long story short. On that, you know what I'm saying? We make it home. My partner Perry got shot. He ended up, he moved back to Hawaii and shit. Well, Perry's probably doing big things in Hollywood now, I heard. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, Perry, he got shot. But you know what I'm saying? Too many people get shot, but only Perry, I think. Maybe a couple other people got shot, I don't know. But there was a lot of gunfire out there, but people, you know what I'm saying? The motherfuckers, I guess they got covered fast. Cause I didn't hear no other people getting shot than my partner Perry. And okay, right after that, so like, fuck that. You know what I'm saying? Fuck that. You know what I'm saying? We gotta, you know what I'm saying? We gotta rectify this shit. You know what I'm saying? So we finna go hit these niggas, right? You know what I'm saying? I remember we sitting up in the house talking, and my partner had a flat top. My partner Pretty Boy had a top, and a couple of buckshots fell off his flat top, right? And nah, that wasn't the time his buckshots fell out the flat top. All right, how the buckshots fell off the nigga flat top? Because we went to go do a drive on these niggas.
Wait a minute. If you guys haven't hit subscribe button yet, I'm away. Okay. I should give you enough time. Hit that subscribe, like, share, all that stuff. So let's get back to this. Good looking out, y'all. Again. Hit that subscribe, y'all.
I know you're not talking to me. I know you're not talking to me.
So went to go do a drive on these niggas. So we go do the drive-by. And so we creeping through Maple or Jefferson, Oakland, whatever it was. We looking for some stragglers. We finna hit them. We in the Cordova, the white Cordova, nigga. My white partner driving. Got my partner one of my leaders. He's in the front. I think we in the back. You know what I'm saying? We looking and we think we see him up. We pull up, and I'll tell you guys, just like I told this story before, and I love telling this shit. Just like the movie Dead Presidents. You seen the people come out, that girl come out the trash can with that shit on her face and shit just started. This nigga renegade. This nigga come out this motherfucking trash can. Now, he could have been coming from behind the trash can, but the story just sounds so good, and I really don't remember 100% on if he came out of the trash can or if because it was at nighttime, we creeping and shit. But that nigga came out of nowhere by or out of that trash can and boom, boom, boom. I'm talking about out of nowhere. Ow, shit. Yeah, but penalty offset. Get the fuck on up out of there. You know what I'm saying? And so that's when we got to the house. We sitting up talking like, oh shit, what the fuck was that, right? We sitting up talking, a couple of buckshots fell out that nigga flat top. Like, oh shit, it don't get no closer than that. Couple of buckshots in my natural. It don't get no closer than that, And so that was how some of the drama and all that shit really began, you know what I'm saying? And it really began when I left the mob and stopped fucking with the Crips and started hanging with the mob. But I'm telling you, I wasn't really just hanging with them like that. I had a couple of people at school I hung with, and so I don't know why the tension was so deep, you know what I'm saying? But, it is what it is. Yeah, I had to come back. Two very important parts I left out of the video. There's a couple of important parts, and I'm probably going to add them later on to some other videos because there's a lot of left, I forgot a lot of things. And a lot of people that's involved in this video or this story, they might have different accounts of what happened. And if you hear any of the stories with me that involved other people, and everybody got different views of things. So, but these are, the way I saw it, and these are honest to God truth, the way I saw it and the way I felt about, what happened. So one part was, Red Tone. He didn't go that night, right? Everybody's supposed to go, pal up, but that night he didn't go. And I remember the night we was getting ready to go before I went to go pick up my cousin Nick. And I'm like, nigga, shit, come on, nigga, let's go, because we went to the mob house, go get the nigga. He cupcaking, with his bra, right? Like, nigga, what the fuck? Nigga, come on, nigga. Nah, nigga, Lolo don't want me to go. Like, nigga, what? Nigga, if you don't bring your motherfucker, no. That nigga didn't go, man. So that nigga lost a lot of respect for me that night. So that part. Another part, right? The nigga Knothead who started all this shit, right? Tell you I had that Uzi and shit, right? And how we got the Uzi, I tell you, we used to rob his house. We kicked in this one house, and then we came up on the Uzi. I ain't gonna tell you all we came up with, but it was a couple of things, but Uzi was one of them and shit. And if I tell you everything we came up with, they gonna link a nigga to the robbery, right? Right. So yeah, we came up on this one Uzi and shit. So we riding around, and my partner, he just got this Blazer. So we ride around just hunting, right? Like we just hunting. Like this is after the night, after the shootout, kind of after we went and did the drive-by, the nigga found the BBs in his head and shit, right? And so in his natural, you know what I'm saying? BBs fell up out his natural. You know what I'm saying? Don't get no closer than that. BBs falling out my natural, right? So we riding around hunting, right? So I got this Uzi. Well, I'm not holding the Uzi. My partner holding the Uzi. You know what I'm saying? And I got another pistol, and my cousin got another pistol in the back. And I'm gonna tell you what them pistols was, right? So but my partner holding the Uzi. You know what I'm saying? And so we riding down. I think it's Washington on the west. You know what I'm saying? I went on Washington, one of them streets. I think it's Washington, and we see Knothead crossing the street. And so we made to cut him off. Jumped out on him, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And, don't pull a pistol if you ain't gonna use it. I'm thinking like, don't. So we pull out, draw down on him. You know what I'm saying? But my cousin ain't playing. He want to pop the nigga. You know what I'm saying? He getting ready to pop the nigga, but my cousin tell me to move because when we draw down on him, you know what I'm saying? I'm kind of in the front. I'm really on him. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, you know what I'm saying? I got the pistol like on his head. Like my cousin kind of behind me, like telling me to move so he can pop him. I'm like telling him to hold down. So, you know what I'm saying? My cousin want to pop the nigga, right? You know what I'm saying? So I got my pistol on him, you know what I'm saying? And my other partner, he got the Uzi on him and shit. And my cousin, he kind of behind me, right? Trying to tell me to move. I'm like, oh. So I'm talking to the nigga. I'm like, nigga, what's up with all that shit tonight, that night? He's like, he said, your cousin just started shooting up. I said, nah, nigga, you ran to that motherfucking car, pulled out that pistol first and shit. You know what I'm saying? Whoop-de-whoop. And so, you know what I'm saying? He was trying to say that my cousin upstrapped on him first, but I saw it. I saw it like it was yesterday. That nigga pulled that pistol out the motherfucking trunk first. I saw it. That nigga pulled that pistol out that fucking gauge out the trunk and started giving it to my cousin first. My cousin just reacted hella fast, started busting on that nigga, backing that nigga up. It happened just like that. True up. My cousin too scared. Why would my cousin dump on the nigga first? Stupid the motherfucker, right? So I knew better, but I just didn't want to kill this nigga, broad daylight, all this old shit. But I really didn't want to kill nobody, to be honest. I just wanted the nigga to stop fucking with us and shit, to be honest. Just stop fucking with us and shit, right? You know what I'm saying? This is a stop fucking with us message, because next time, nigga, probably put a hot one in your ass and shit. Because this nigga clearly wants to put a hot one in your ass. This nigga want to see you dead, nigga. You know what I'm saying? So we kind of squashed our beef then and shit like, okay. You know what I'm saying? And, penalty offset. Okay, so let the nigga live, right? In between that time, I get in a fight with the leader that was the leader of the Crips at that time. You know what I'm saying? They head dude. I get in a fight with him, and I come up with him. I ain't gonna tell you all about that fight. Y'all gonna have to read that book with him. But I come up with him, so you know what I'm saying? My name is ringing and all this old shit. Me and him supposed to get into it, but we never revisit that fight again. You know what I'm saying? And fast forward, we started the Bedrock neighborhood. Now niggas is kind of blooding and we selling dope and shit. And the Crips on the other side of the lights, you know what I'm saying? When I consider the other side of the lights, like I can keep telling you, in Modesto, California, we've got a street called Paradise, California. A little boulevard, Paradise Road, whatever it is, Paradise Avenue, whatever it is. But it's a long ass street, but it separates, you know what I'm saying? The on the west side separates like the Blood area and the Crip area, but it's Bloods and Crips on both sides. But that's kind of here. This is the Oak Street area, and this is the Bedrock area. That's how people look at it in Modesto. But it's it's a little bit more defined in that. But anyway, so hold on.
Just a black hat, just a black hat. Now I, just a black hat, just a black hat. I know you're not talking to me. Just a black hat, just a black hat. Now I, just a black hat, just a black hat. I know you're not talking to me. Just a black hat, just a black hat. Now I, just a black hat.
Y'all forgot to tell you real quick, my partner Cliff got shot in the face that night. My partner driver of the Cordoba, he got shot in the face right now. He had a couple of buckshots in his face. Y'all stay tuned for part 3. Rugby.